Now that you know your options for mitigating potential risks, let's discuss how to document your risk planning decisions. As you've been learning throughout this program, documentation is a crucial part of your role as a project manager. This is especially true when identifying risks and creating a plan to mitigate them. A risk management plan is a living document that contains information regarding high-level risks and the mitigation plan for each of those risks. This plan helps ensure that teammates and stakeholders have a clear understanding of potential problems and a plan to address them should they occur. Risk management is an ongoing practice that you'll take part in throughout the planning and execution of a project. Since risk management evolves throughout the project, the plan should be updated regularly to add newly identified risks, remove risks that are no longer relevant, and include any changes in the mitigation plans. Let's review an example of a risk management plan, similar to the one we sometimes use here at Google. At the top of the document, we include the name of the company, and below it, the name of the project. We also include the document author so that anyone reviewing the plan knows exactly who to reach out to if they have any questions. This template also designates a spot for the document status. As you're building your plan, you can list the status as in progress. Once the plan is complete, you can change the status to final. We've also included helpful details like when the document was created and when it was last updated. Details like these might seem small, but it's best practice to include them. That's because being transparent about dates provides stakeholders with a sense of how up-to-date the document is. Below these details, we have the document objective. Here, we've written that our objective is to outline mitigation plans for Project Plant POWs. Below that, we've added an executive summary of our project. Executive summaries should include a brief introduction to the normal conditions of a project and an outline of the potential risks that could impact the project. Now onto the really important stuff, the risks and how we'll mitigate them. This document also includes the risk register you learned about earlier, which is a table or a chart that contains your list of possible risks. Here, we've outlined one of the potential risks to Project Plant POWs, which is the potential for the vendor to fall behind on a deadline. We've given this risk a medium inherent risk rating. Remember that inherent risk is the measure of a risk calculated by its probability and impact. A mitigation plan has also been included for this risk, which is to hold daily meetings with the vendor to help them stay on task. Down in the appendix of the document, you'll find the probability and impact charts, as well as the probability and impact matrix that we use to assess our risks. Once you've filled out the risk management plan, you'll share it with your team and stakeholders to get their input and to ensure that they are aligned with your plans. Coming up, we'll dig deeper into the topic of communicating risks to stakeholders. See you there.